is this shit? I want my pills. Get this crap out of here. Hey guys, welcome back to Vanellope's Corner, and yeah, just got a refill on my pills, so I was moving them out of the way. Okay, I gotta go to bed in a couple hours. I'm not sure if this is going up tonight or if this is another thing, but if this does go up tonight, then yeah. Okay, I don't know how long this is gonna take because I don't know how many chapters there are, but okay, I know I said I wasn't gonna do a Fiction Friday today, but I'm breaking my own rule. I'm gonna do a Fiction Friday because I had a really crazy week and it's been insane, and I'm just really happy right now, and I felt, since I was so excited about this weekend, I really wanted to do a YouTube video, and I think it will be good if I leave you guys off with a Fiction Friday, since I still have 3 hours before I have to go to bed, so I'm just gonna record this and hopefully slap it on YouTube before I go to bed. If you guys want to check out my archive page to read my books, this is your last chance, and I'm going to put the link in the description below because I never put it in the thing below. I keep telling you guys, you know, you can go check out my archive page to see my writing, and I never put the link in the thing. So this time I'm going to put the link in the description, so it's going to be down there somewhere, or you know, maybe I'll just throw it up here on the screen for those of you guys who are on mobile or iPad if I have an annotation. If I don't, then it's down somewhere in the description. But anyways, we're going to get started. The reason this is your last chance to check out my archive page is because I'm deleting it. As for the books, I'm not deleting the books. I've worked way too hard on that stuff to let it go to waste. I'm actually just moving it to another site. Ever since I started uploading online, I think I uploaded, the very first upload site I ever uploaded to was Quiblo, and then there's been a few sites since then, and I've been trying to find the perfect site. That's for my writing, hold on. And I've been trying to find the perfect site where I can post my writing, where it's not gonna, like, get taken down or anything, because, recently, the archive, a few months ago, back in April, the archive dropped a ban on me because I had been, posting content that apparently didn't follow their guidelines. Apparently. So I'm thinking this is not a very good site to continue going on, so I think I'm just gonna take everything down, and, instead of like saving it to a Word document or something, I'm just going to put it on this other site that I found called Quote V. So you can go there. The account's going to be exactly the same. That's where I'm going to be moving all my stuff from WAP. I'm going to be moving the stuff that I posted on Wattpad and the stuff that I posted on the archive, and if there's anything else. So all my other accounts are going to be deleted. Everything is going up on Quote V. It should happen by the end of the month, which is in 6 days, so it should happen before my birthday, which is on July the 13th. So it should happen before July 13th, and then I'm going to be putting little messages on all my books that say, you know, this is being moved to here and stuff. So if you guys go there, my username is going to be exactly the same. It's still going to be Vanellope681, and I'm still going to be posting absolutely everything, and that's also where all my new stuff is going to be going up. So that's the site that I'm moving actually everything to, because I'm already on like 2 or 3 different sites right now, and I've been trying to find one account where I can upload absolutely everything. So I've been looking at Quote V, and it looks pretty awesome, and I actually found it when I was looking up the fan fiction for this Fiction Friday, so it's pretty cool. But anyway, I looked it up, and I found it, and it looks pretty awesome, so I'm thinking I'm going to post all my stuff up there, and it could take a couple weeks, but hopefully by the 13th, when I get back on either Sunday night or Monday, I'm going to be putting all of the, like, warnings on my books that each and every single one of them is getting taken down off the archive and off of Wattpad if you read my books there, or to the people who actually read my books there, that everything is getting moved to this one site. So I'm not going to delete it, I'm just going to move it to another place. And the account's still going to be exactly the same, so you can still go there and read my content. I'll put the new link down below once I get it, but if you guys want to read some of my stories on the archive or some of my stories on Wattpad, this is this is your last chance before I move it, because I'm going to be moving it in the next couple of weeks. So this is probably your last chance to take a look at it. I'm going to leave my Wattpad link down there and Archive of Our Own link. The Archive of Our Own is still in beta, and I'm getting pretty pissed off because they banned me for, and they took down a bunch of my stories that I worked really hard on that apparently weren't fan fiction, that apparently weren't any kind of fiction, even though they were. So obviously they don't know what the hell they're talking about, so I'm not going to keep posting there. And I think my friend Jada, who, watches my YouTube and stuff, and she reads my books, I think she also got banned from the archive recently because she had posted something that wasn't okay, and she got some kind of warning about it, and she got in trouble. So I'm not going to post there. I don't know if Jada's still going to post there. She still hasn't even gotten her Stressed Out book up yet. But anyway, I'm going to be taking everything, and I'm going to be taking everything from all of my other writing areas, and I'm going to be moving it all into this one site. So it's going to be really good for you guys, because then you can always go to this. There's going to be one single link for every single piece of my writing, and I'm going to put up, and I'm also going to put a book up there that's just for updates, and I'm going to be putting all my little updates into this book every week, and it's going to look really good. So I am so incredibly excited to get this started. I'm really excited to finally be moving my books to this site, which will hopefully be a permanent site. I did do Wattpad at one point, but that's kind of past now. I wanted a different thing, which is why I chose the archive, but, stuff gets hectic. That's why I stopped using fanfiction.net and Fiction Press, because I used to use those two sites, but one is for fanfiction, the other is for fiction books, so it didn't really work because I wanted to upload all my writing in one place. But yeah, so there's that, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say about that. And I really wanted to leave you guys off this week with a Fiction Friday, so I think we're going to do one of these, probably a really short one, but, it should still be good. Hopefully it'll still be good, and you guys will still enjoy it. So let's take a look and see what we've got in terms of, fiction books that I can read to you guys, because I found a few that I really like that are kind of short that I think I could read today with no problems. So just give me a minute. It's going to be instantly for you guys, but I'm going to edit all the other crap out. Apparently, Bucephalus is the name of the ancient Thessalian warhorse that carried Alexander the Great into the battle. This guy wrote a story on here, but he put this weird and interesting fact on his profile picture. Okay, well, you know what? That's cool. I'm just looking here to see what we've got so that I can choose a book that we're going to read today. So just give me a minute. It'll be instantly for you guys, obviously, because I'm editing all that other crap out. So just hang on while I look. Okay, you guys know I read a Llamas with Hats alternate ending before. That is basically, Llamas with Hats is like a short film series that Film Cow made. They do little short episodes of series and stuff. It's so cute. And they do this thing called Charlie the Unicorn. So right now I'm looking at Charlie the Unicorn fanfictions that are crossovers between Charlie the Unicorn and MLP, because I've read a couple and I found them pretty funny, so and yes, I did watch all the Charlie the Unicorn episodes up to this point, so if you guys know of any new ones, you can post the link below, or if you want to go check it out, you can go to Film Cow's channel, and there should be a playlist marked under Charlie the Unicorn. Okay, so this is something. Okay, well, just so you guys know, I am going to read the story of Crazy on the Outside. The three chapters that I got done. I am going to read that at some point in the next couple weeks too, and that's going up probably before my birthday. I'm actually so excited to share that with you guys because it's been such a great time, and I've had a great time writing the first couple chapters, even though I've only written 3.5 chapters. I am still so excited. I absolutely loved working on that project. Well, I love working on any of my writing projects, but yeah, I loved working on that one in general, so I have a special folder where I bookmark, like, lots of YouTube stuff. Choices. Holy crap, there's 206 books under Magic the Gathering. My brother plays that. Maybe I should check it out and see what the hype is all about. And there's no books under that category. Neighbors. In case you guys don't know what I was looking at, it was Neighbors 2 Sorority Rising. I'm just looking at random stuff, trying to find something to read to you guys that I'm actually interested in at the moment. What the hell? There's a fandom for Twin Peaks, and there's no stories. What? This looks cool. I really like Andrew WK, and this is like an Andrew WK fanfiction. There's only one fanfiction, but it sounds pretty cool. Andrew WK, musician, entertainer, and professional partier, has to investigate the theft of the highly valuable party emerald. Little does he know that this is more than just a simple jewel theft. The fate of the world may be at stake. When it's time to party, Andrew WK will always party hard. But can he party hard enough to save the world? Yes, he can. This is a silly story about the power of positive partying. I remember when I went to see his concert, like, I think a few years ago, I think it was back in 2013, I was going to put in one of my vlogs, and I completely forgot. But I did go to see his concert. It's pretty awesome. He's absolutely amazing. He was in Toronto, and I always keep a lookout, just looking on different sites and stuff, checking out his tour schedule and seeing when he's going to be in Toronto again, because when he's in Toronto again, I will certainly buy a ticket and I will certainly go, because my brother got a concert, and I don't really like enough musicians enough to see them in concert, but I really, really wanted to see Andrew WK in concert, and it was pretty awesome. So yeah. Alright, so I'm probably just gonna read chapter 1 of this book for now, but okay, alright, let's get started. Let's actually just take a look here, because I want to see what this is. Okay, teen and up audiences. Okay, well, everyone here I'm pretty sure is 13 or above, and you know, my fans have heard worse before. I just read Shirley's Garden, which is about ponies getting fucking tortured, so you know, I don't think it's gonna matter. Party hard. Oh, his username is actually Long Live the Party. How freaking cool. Okay, summary. Andrew WK. Oh, I already read that. Okay. Notes. Andrew WK is a real-life human being. We all knew that. And in no way authorized or is affiliated with any of this nonsense. This is just for fun. If Andrew WK was going to save the world, I'd be kind of worried. I mean, he's awesome, but I don't think he is the superhero type. I think his calling is really making music, but you know, it's just a book, so this should be fun. Alright. This is my first attempt at a transformative work, so any constructive criticism is very much appreciated. Please let me know what you think, what works and what doesn't. I will definitely do that. I do leave notes down below on the stories that I like or the stories that I don't like, you know, just telling people what I thought of the story, and I actually do leave comments and that kind of thing, but I'm just gonna, just 1 second, because I'm just gonna bookmark that for later. Okay, there we go. Okay, whoops. Big Dave was just starting to enjoy himself when he felt the blade against his throat. Okay, who is Big Dave? Is that something that they made up? I'm not sure. Whatever. Okay. He had been working security for the biggest party in town, and had finally decided to give up trying to look tough, and start nodding his head to the bodacious jams he heard wafting up from the main vent below. The Museum of Natural History in New York City. New York is where Andrew WK lives, I'm pretty sure. We're celebrating the acquisition of an especially rare and valuable item by hosting a hoedown. That's literally what it says, a hoedown. Isn't that some kind of Western thing? Featuring all of the museum's most high-profile patrons, and Big Dave was supposed to be on lookout on the rooftop to make sure everything went smoothly. He didn't have time to react before the knife he felt was dragged into his flesh. He bled out, gasping for air as the music below kicked into an especially killer guitar solo. Great! A similar fate befell the other rooftop guards. None of them had time to raise the alarm or call for help. No one saw the hooded figures moving in the shadows, creeping about as silently as fog. The guests below never had reason to suspect anything was amiss. Okay. Cool. When the band finished playing Madame Wintergrade, the famous philanthropist... The famous philanthropist who had funded the evening's jubilation took the mic. Friends, honored guests, welcome to this most suspicious... Wait, no, that's not right. Auspicious event. Sorry, I'm like really tired. I'm trying to readjust my sleep schedule, and it's kind of difficult. So I've been awake much more than I've been asleep, and it's getting very hard to readjust my sleep schedule. But I'm gonna do it. Okay. Welcome to this most auspicious event, she proclaimed, her voice all rich and Britishy. For tonight we shall unveil the rarest, most fascinating, and most mysterious item this museum has ever had the privilege of obtaining. The crowd was stoked. Madame Wintergrade's... What is up with the language in this book? The crowd was stoked. Madame Wintergrade stepped toward a large velvet veil, which was covering the prized object that the museum had gone to such lengths to procure. I present to you, she said, pausing for dramatic effect, the party emerald. She threw aside the veil like a child, pulls off the wrapper of a chocolate bar, eager to get to the goodies inside. They were sitting atop a podium, and beneath an inch of bulletproof glass was a jewel roughly the size of a fist, depending on how big your hands are. Okay, well, yeah. It was immaculately cut and sparkled with brilliance so intense that everyone looking upon it, I guess, put on shades even though they were indoors. Really? Okay. A resounding whoa was heard permeating the room. It's an emerald. Calm down. The party emerald seemed to glow with a light of its own, throbbing and pulsing in time to a rhythm of its own. It seemed like this because it was true. This was a very special rock. Oh, okay. All of a sudden, there was a crashing sound as the glass roof above shattered, and 6 figures descended on ropes. That's very original. 5 of them were dressed in long brown robes, like monks of some sort, and brandishing long curved knives. The last to drop was wearing a different fancy robe and was obviously a leader. You could tell he was the leader because all the other guys had hoods on so you didn't see their faces, but this guy didn't bother with that, and proudly showed his face to all. His robe was a dark red lined with gold, although it probably wasn't real gold because that would be expensive. It had long hanging sleeves and pointy shoulder bits that made him totally look like a wizard. Some of the language in this book makes me laugh. Don't know why. If you don't mind, he announced loudly in a voice even Britisher than... What? I don't even... Yeah. Anyway, I'll be taking that emerald now. I most certainly do mind, said Madame Wintergrade. She raised her hand to slap the leader of the robed bandits, but before she could make contact, one of the brown-robed lackeys stabbed her in the back. One of the party guests screamed for the security. Ha 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 ha, the leader laughed evilly. We've already dealt the pathetic fools you call security. There is no one left to save you. That's original also. There's still me, a voice called out. Oh, sweet. This must... Oh, it's AWK, okay. There's still me, a voice called out. Everyone turned to the stage to see the source of the voice. The signer of the party band stepped forward. I'll stop you. He stood upright, glaring defiantly at the rogues who had interrupted an otherwise bitchin' party. Yeah, this party's bitchin', man. A gruesome scowl covered his face, his eyes burning for the blood of one who could commit such a heinous act. This gnarly face was framed by even gnarlier hair. His hair is pretty badass. Black as tar and damp with sweat. He wore a plain white t-shirt and white jeans, both of which looked as though they had been worn for weeks straight. As he stared down the leader of the bad guys, the leader gasped in recognition. Andrew W.K.! Yeah, I'd probably have the same reaction. Andrew pounced from the stage and made for the leader, but was intercepted by two of the guys in brown robes. He dodged their knives with much agility, but it was clear that they were trained killers who would not be easy to defeat. Andrew had butted one of them in the face, and it was fucking brutal, but as he did another mook... What is a mook? Another mook came up behind him with his knife raised. Andrew barely managed to dodge in time, and as he did, he delivered a backwards kick which threw the hooded hooligan backwards. While this was happening, the leader pulled a device about the size of a torch out of his robes. It was a laser specifically designed to cut through the glass protecting the party emerald. He got to work, freeing his prize while the remaining 4 henchmen forced the party guests back with their knives, and just by generally being menacing, which is easy to do when you have a monkish hooded robe and a big-ass knife, the crowd responded by screaming and running for the clearly labeled exits, leaving the museum mostly empty pretty quickly. Andrew, having shaken his first 2 attackers, began running for the leader again. Since it was clear that the party attendants were all escaping, the remaining 4 goons attacked Andrew at once. One threw his knife directly into Andrew's face, but Andrew jumped over it and did a mid-air somersault. In brackets, the somersault didn't help, it just looked cool. When he landed, 2 more mooks pounced on Andrew, knives at the ready. Andrew did a somersault, which this time did help, and ended up behind them. He grabbed their heads, one in each hand, and banged them together hard. Even through the hoods, it would have really hurt. Oh my gosh. This is great. Party tip. 2 heads aren't always better than 1, said Andrew. I agree with that. I still read his party tips on Twitter. Like, I don't stalk his Twitter or anything, but sometimes I just go to his Twitter. Sometimes I just go to his Twitter page and there's cool stuff there to read. 1 second. The robed rogue who had thrown his knife now approached Andrew. What are you going to do? You're unarmed, Andrew laughed. The bad guy responded by pulling a pair of nunchaku. Okay, nunchucks. Nunchaku? What? Nunchucks from inside his robe and twirling them around in a show-offy manner. The grammar is sometimes hard to read in this book. Oh, so that's how you want to play, Andrew responded, and then puked into his hands. What? Only it wasn't vomit that came out. It was 2 bananas connected. Oh my gosh. Connected by a short chain. Andrew spun the banana chucks around to show he meant business. The hooded henchmen circled Andrew, and the 2 men never took their eyes off each other, nor did they stop twirling their nunchucks around and just looking so badass. They were locked in a battle of minds, as well as a battle of nunchucks, and the first one to break mentally would surely be the one to break physically. Of course, there was still 1 more henchman who came up behind Andrew with a knife. No one can beat him in this book, apparently. This trick clearly didn't work, and this guy was swiftly banana chucked in the face and again in the groin. This, however, broke Andrew's focus, and the other man attacked. Andrew was faster and dodged the attack, but as he attempted to strike back, the last henchman jumped over his head and he somersaulted as if to say, "I can do it too, it's not even that hard." Andrew spun on the spot, expecting to continue the fight, but instead saw the henchman and the leader running for the exit. They had already taken the party emerald. Andrew was about to give chase, but remembered poor sweet Madame Wintergrade bleeding on the floor. He rushed to see if he could help her. She was unconscious, but still clinging to life. Oh, good, okay. Andrew's electrifying touch woke her, and she coughed blood all over Andrew's shirt. "Hang in there, Madame. I'll get you some help. I can still save you," Andrew said, but Madame Wintergrade would have nothing of it. "Forget me, Andrew. You must retrieve the party emerald." Okay, she said, struggling with every word. "But, Madame, it's just a rock." "A rad rock, sure, but no material object can be as valuable as a human life. You don't understand. The party emerald is too powerful to fall into the wrong hands." "What do you mean? What's so special about this emerald?" "Andrew, they're getting away." And sure enough they were. Andrew got up and ran after them. If the party emerald was that important to Madame Wintergrade, then he had to assume it really was something special. As soon as he got out of the front door, he saw the leader and his one remaining henchman getting on hoverbikes, which they had left out front for a speedy getaway. "What is this, 2032? "You're too late, Mr. Wilkes-Cryer. It's impossible to stop us now." Hearing his last name said like that is very interesting. "It's impossible to stop us now," the leader called out, his voice laden with arrogance. "Party tip. Impossible is just a challenge. Anything is possible if you believe in yourself." That's one that I would put in my diary. Andrew relied? What? Okay. RELIED. Someone tell me if that's an actual word, or if that's just bad grammar again. He ran after the two villains and after a short distance jumped in the air. A trail of mozzarella cheese formed in midair beneath his feet, of course it did, and he began surfing this like a stringy melted wave in the sky. He was in hot pursuit. This is, are you guys hearing this? This is absolutely crazy. The bad guys also took to the air and tried to escape Andrew by weaving in between the city's many skyscrapers and alleyways, dipping and ducking under billboards and bridges, doing their best to lose their persistent pursuer. But Andrew stayed close behind them. The hover bikes they were using were very advanced. I guess we're 50 years in the future, but no vehicle known to man can outmaneuver mozzarella. Really? The henchman had dropped his nunchucks and was now wielding a gun, shooting behind him at Andrew. Andrew, while still surfing a wicked wave of cheese through the air, held out his right hand to the heavens. What the heck is gonna happen now? A bolt of lightning struck his outstretched fingers, creating a blinding flash of light. There, in his hand, a guitar had instantly materialized. A fucking course. It was shaped like a slice of pizza, and was enchanted so that even when not plugged in, all could hear the luscious licks and rocking riffs playing on it. What the what is going on in this book? Andrew played some sweet party tunes, and every bullet that the baddies sent his way was evaporated by the sheer intensity of the music. In this way, Andrew kept chase of the dastardly duo, sweeping through the city only a couple of meters behind. The hooded henchman grew frustrated and even threw a grenade at Andrew, but this too was rendered inert by the jams emanating from Andrew's axe. Instead of deadly shrapnel, the grenade burst into streamers and glitter, harmlessly drifting down to the good citizens below. "That's the power of positive partying," called Andrew WK, taunting his felonious foes. The two baddies gave each other a look, and then nodded. Then they split up. Even Andrew can't go in two places at once, but he didn't know which one had the emerald. Betting that the leader wouldn't delegate such an honor to a henchman, this emerald had proven to be worth more than Madame Wintergrade's life, you'll remember. Also, seeing as how leaders usually betray their henchmen after they're no longer useful, Andrew chose to follow him. The leader was unarmed, so Andrew no longer needed to keep playing to stop bullets, but he did anyway, as people in the streets below and through the windows of buildings he passed were clearly getting their party on as he passed, and even a passing party is a party worth having. There's another one for my diary. The red-robed rogue was starting to falter. He couldn't concentrate on his escape, as even he was starting to get down to Andrew's tunes. He could feel his foot tapping of its own accord. He knew from experience that head bopping would follow. After that, who knows? It was clear that he would have to end this, as he could no longer keep running. Andrew strummed an especially powerful power chord, which created a shockwave that sent the bad guy lurching forwards into a nearby abandoned warehouse. Great. Okay, the vile villain crashed through the window, rolling off his hoverbike as he did so. Andrew followed, and once he entered the warehouse, he dismounted his mozzarella and left the guitar in its cheesy folds. This is the strangest book I've ever read. The bike slammed into the far wall and exploded. After that brief flash of light, all was dark. He'll never be able to see me in this darkness, thought the bad guy, whereas I have been trained for years in the shadowy arts. The darkness is my home, and I see as clearly here as in broad daylight. What he didn't realize, however, here we go, was that Andrew had some training of his own. Andrew W.K. also lived for the night, and often showered with sunglasses on, of course, both of which had honed his eyesight to see perfectly in near total darkness. So when the guy in the red robe thought he was sneaking up behind a blinded victim, he was actually falling into a trap. The bad guy, well trained in the art of unarmed assassination, reached his hands out to strangle our hero, feigning ignorance until the last second. Andrew waited until he could feel the warmth of the fingers of his atrocious adversary before spinning around with a powerful roar and karate chop. Party tip: bad guys never win. Now hand over the party emerald. Andrew said to his fallen foe, but where Andrew was expecting a cowering and defeated man, he was met with only laughter. I just love villains. It doesn't matter if they're in a movie or a show or a book, they're always just awesome. They're always, it's just so much fun. Anyway, you fool, I don't have it. I never had it, and now you'll never stop us. What? You let one of your pawns hold something that valuable? You don't get it, do you? That's a perfect description of, henchmen these days. You don't get it, do you? We're all pawns. This is way bigger than you could possibly imagine. Okay. Sorry, I blanked out there for a minute. We? Who are you people? And what do you want with the party emerald? Andrew demanded, shaking the man he once thought a leader. There's the, and then in brackets it says, although to be fair, I thought he was the leader too. He fooled everyone. You're the one writing the book, how could, yeah. Ha 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 ha, as if I would ever tell you that. I have ways of making you talk, said Andrew, and reached into his pocket and pulled out an extra sharp coin chip covered in... I swear, I'm gonna die of laughter before I even finish this chapter. Oh my gosh. An extra sharp... Holy crap. An extra sharp coin chip covered in even sharper cheese. Holy crap. Alright, just don't cut me. I'm not good with blood. Then talk. I belong to an organization called... But before the bad guy could finish his confession, he was struck by a shuriken and instantly died. Oh my god. Oh my god. What the I'm leaving kudos. Oh my god. I don't know if I don't know if it's just because I'm so tired, and when I'm tired and stressed, I tend to laugh about, like, the silliest things, but that was one of the silliest, that was, like, one of the funniest things I've just read. What the hell is up with this book? Wow, you know what? That is... this... Yeah, I don't know if you guys... I don't know. Things just... yeah, it doesn't... Like, things just materialize. It's... Okay, it's almost 10 o'clock at night, and I'm really tired. I'm gonna go now. I don't know if you... What the hell? What did I just read? I am definitely going to be coming back to this book in the next couple weeks. Maybe next Fiction Friday. Why don't you guys actually tell me below if you want me to keep reading this book or not? Because I want you guys' input on which books I read from now on. You guys know, I've told you guys like a million times to leave me suggestions. You never leave me stuff. But I do have some stuff, so let me know down in the comments if you want me to continue reading this book. I'm definitely going to be coming back to it at some point, but let me know what you thought of it. Let me know if it was good let me know if it was good or anything, and I will continue reading it if you guys want me to. And if you don't, then it's too bad. I'll probably read it anyway, but whatever. But I really, really want you guys' input. And if you guys want to send me ideas for the Saturday show, feel free to do that. If you guys want to send me suggestions for stuff that you think I should review on the Saturday show, I always usually take suggestions. So let me know down in the comments below what you want me to review, and if I haven't seen an episode of it, then I will watch it, and I will definitely get around to reviewing the stuff that you guys suggest. Suggest movies for me to review on Movie Review Monday. Vlogs are pretty self-explanatory, so there's nothing you can really do there, but okay, things for the Saturday, things for Fiction Friday. Let me know if there's any, like, books that you want me to read that are online or anything. Send me links to books down in the description below, and if there are any paperbacks that you want me to read, then if there are any actual physical books that you want me to read, let me know down in the comments below, because now I have a library card, so I can actually physically take out books from the library. I have a lot of books that I actually do own in my room that I will be getting around to reading at some point. Actually this summer, the two things that I'm going to be putting the most focus on are my Fiction Friday and the Saturday show. So I'm gonna start reading some actual physical books as opposed to just stuff on the internet. Even though stuff on the internet is really, really fun to read, because, you know, there's all kinds of stuff in there that's not going to get published, and since you can't publish fan fictions, at least I don't think you can, then, you know, it's kind of like, you know, you can only read them on these certain sites where people posted them. So anything that you guys want to suggest, games for me to play on, games for me to play on the Sunday show. I was actually thinking a little bit about it, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make my other channel my gaming channel. The Master Shake Rules one, the channel that Jada gave to me months ago that I haven't used for anything yet. She gave it to me as kind of a belated Christmas present, but I haven't really used it for anything yet. I think I'm gonna use it as my gaming channel. So instead of keeping Sunday gaming videos on this channel, I'll be uploading gaming videos on Sunday on that channel, which is going to become my second channel. And this is still going to be my main channel, and I'm going to be putting most of the stuff on here. But every Sunday I'm going to put out a gaming video on my other channel. I still haven't done that yet. I still have to put up some gaming videos and stuff. And I have to figure out what the heck is going on with The Sims, because the webcam footage is being recorded fine, but for some reason, the gameplay footage doesn't record properly. It's just like a white thing, or a white screen or something. I'm not really sure what's going on there, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. It only happens with The Sims. Like, I've checked, and other games, the the screen works fine, but for some reason that stuff just doesn't work, and yeah, so I'm so confused, so I'm gonna have to figure out what's going on there. I will let you guys know when I'm uploading the gaming video, but it's not going to be on this channel, it's going to be on the Master Shake Rules channel. So if you want to see my gaming videos and you have not subscribed to that channel yet, then you should go do that. I will see you guys on Monday. So excited to be leaving you off with something this awesome. But I absolutely love you guys. Please don't forget to always be yourself. Vanellope signing out. That book was crazy.